Diddy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crazy things that's going on with this story, Diddy, right? I mean, a lot of people are calling him the Epstein of the music, the Hollywood world, the business, what do you call it, the entertainment world. I'll read this story, and I want to kind of get your thoughts on this here. So here's a story. Sean Diddy Combs' former bodyguard claims music mogul had tapes of politicians and princes.
I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there.
Uh-oh.
He also had a couple of preachers in there.
I went undercover to see what Diddy does to new rappers. I'm like, look, Diddy, here's my demo and my resume. Diddy replied, the only demo I need is to see how good you suck my... I was like, the f you think you is? What? I took off my disguise and said, I'm Eminem.
Social media and the entertainment world were taken by surprise and have been awash with various damning revelations and compromising videos involving many celebrities in what has come to be known as Diddy's scandals. Since late 2023 to this very 2024.
It's been working for Orlando Brown. Why wouldn't it work for Wendy?
To play crazy.
Why wouldn't it work? The oosh gosh, whoosh wah.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the oosh gosh, whoosh wash. You gave me the oosh gosh, whoosh wash.
Orlando's brilliant. Y'all spent time with him. He's highly intelligent. Imagine what it's been like to wear this character for this long. This is a character. Actually, the shit he does online is the best acting he does.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
See, quite on set.
Major pain in his ass, literally, since he was a kid.
The scandals that have been dubbed by various names, Jeffrey Epstein of entertainment, Black Jeffrey Epstein, #pedofactory, and lots more have seen many alleged victims come forward and many notable names mentioned. While many are wondering if this the Me Too of the music and entertainment industry, what's at the back of many minds are as varying as worrisome. Would it go the way of Jeffrey Epstein's? Would other celebrities impacted be brought to book? Would the powers that be sweep this under the carpet? Above all, would the alleged victims get justice? Before we delve into this, welcome to yet another noteworthy video segment. In this edition, we bring to you a hot gist about entertainment gone awry, the dark secrets of one of the biggest names in the entertainment industry in the modern world. No other than Sean Diddy Combs. But before we continue, always remember to hit that like button in front of you as a way of showing support. Share with your friends and families too, to keep spreading our eye-opening and superlative contents, and kindly subscribe to keep getting notified, whilst you as well join the rising membership of this channel. We are delighted to have you with us. Back to the gist. Taking the words from Diddy's ex-producer who says the scandal could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein. Jesse Waters says, every room in Diddy's mansions was wired with cameras, and this was used for blackmail material, citing the lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
Lil Rod, the former producer, filed the lawsuit, and he said every room in Diddy's mansions were wired with cameras. And he had some of the footage, he had some of the pictures, and he displayed those in the lawsuit that came out. And this was used for blackmail material. They'd bring in these people. A lot of these people were also aspiring young artists in the music industry. And then these parties were sponsored by Motown Records CEO, Universal Records CEO. This goes all the way to the top. And so you get these people in compromising situations. The drinks were laced. The videotapes were hot. And then at the end of the day, you wake up the next morning, what did I do? And then they have compromising material on you. And then they can guide your career. They could kill your career.
And it wasn't just people in the music business. There were athletes, there were celebrities, politicians, people from the royal family, and even preachers.
As you said, there were athletes, there were celebrities, there were politicians, people from the royal family.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there.
Uh-oh.
He also had a couple of preachers in there.
Oh, damn.
Is he talking about who I think he's talking about?
You think?
Is he?
Hallelujah.
Cat Williams commented on that.
Now, Williams definitely brought him
On a preacher?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what preacher that is?
I don't.
Okay. You don't know the preacher that was seen with Diddy at one of the parties that Cat Williams says, I don't care whether you're TD Jakes or Diddy.
What started out as a casual accusations of sexual abuse between ex-lovers, Diddy and his ex-wife, ended up opening the floodgates of unimaginable scandals. In November 2023, the singer Cassie, real name Cassandra Ventura, filed an explosive federal lawsuit against her former partner Sean Diddy Combs, claiming he had been physically and sexually abusive throughout their relationship. The complaint alleged that Combs' abuse ranged from beating Ventura and forcing her to have sex with other men to raping her at her home in 2018. The rapper had settled the lawsuit within a day. Unfortunately, as one commentator said, this singular act of his came as a surprise to many people, especially those closest to him. And since then, 5 more women and 1 man have sued Combs, accusing him of a wide range of abusive behavior, including sexual harassment, rape, non-consensual pornography, and sex trafficking. The situation escalated in March when federal agents raided Combs' properties in Miami and Los Angeles, reportedly in connection to a federal sex trafficking investigation. The internet broke at the news of discoveries made during his house raid, where federal agents found almost all the rooms were fitted with hidden cameras and collections of spy videos. Diddy's and his lawyer had at first denied all of his accusers' allegations. However, in May, CNN published graphic security footage showing Combs assaulting Ventura in a hotel back in 2016, which lines up closely with the allegations in her suit. Ventura sued under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which gave victims a one-time 1-year window to sue their alleged sexual abusers and institutions, even if the statute of limitations had run out. The window of the statute of limitations had expired in November. And what is a statute of limitations? A statute is a rule, regulation, or law. A statute of limitations imposes a limit on how long after a crime is committed that a person can be charged with that crime. In the US, the general 5-year statute of limitations applies in every case unless there is a specific code section that extends the statute of limitations for that particular offense. Cassie says she first met Combs in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. In the lawsuit, she alleges that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to her personal medical records. She claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs. The complaint also claims that Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers in different cities, encounters she says he watched, masturbated to, and recorded. The singer says she never went to the police because she was afraid that doing so would merely give Mr. Combs another excuse to hurt her. She also alleges that following a dinner in 2018, Combs forced himself into her apartment and raped her, while she repeatedly said no and tried to push him away. Ventura says she had ended the relationship for good afterward. In her lawsuit, she referred to multiple witnesses who saw the abuse take place. One of them, her friend, singer-songwriter Tiffany Red, had written an open letter to Combs describing an incident on Ventura's 29th birthday party in 2015. Ventura and Red claim that that night, Combs and his security team forced Ventura to leave because he wanted her to have sexual encounters with other men. Red said Ventura had disclosed to her at the time that Combs was physically abusive.
I feel compelled to show up for Cassie and myself and confirm that everything she described in her complaint about what happened that night is consistent with what I experienced.
This she had written. In a statement to the New York Times, Combs' lawyer Benjamin Brafman said Combs denied the allegations and that the lawsuit was riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation by those seeking a payday. Ventura and Combs had settled the lawsuit one day after it was filed. The details remain private. Brafman had said that the settlement is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Following the settlement, Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd, right before the Adult Survivors Act expired. She says she and a friend met Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in 1990 or 1991. They returned to Hall's apartment for an after-party, where Gardner says she was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs. She says Combs also assaulted her friend. The lawsuit claims the encounter left Gardner shocked and traumatized, and as she got dressed, Hall had allegedly barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced himself on her. Gardner claims that Combs came to the home she shared with her friend a few days later and allegedly attacked her again. He came to the house looking for the friend because he was worried she would tell the girl he was with at the time, according to the suit. In another complaint filed the same day, Joey Dickerson Neal alleges that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Combs, who intentionally drugged and sexually assaulted her after their dinner. She claims that Combs recorded the assault and showed the tape to other people. While Dickerson Neal did not go to the authorities immediately after the alleged assault, she says she did eventually file a police report with unspecified agencies in New York and New Jersey. The complaint says prosecutors told her they'd need to corroborate her allegations, but she believes possible witnesses were terrified that Combs would retaliate against them and that they would lose future business and music opportunities if they made a statement backing her account. Another woman, referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint, filed a fourth lawsuit on December 6th, alleging that Combs, his longtime lieutenant Harve Pierre, and a third unidentified assailant gang-raped her at Combs's Manhattan recording studio in 2003, when she was 17 years old. Coincidentally, Harve Pierre, who previously served as president of Combs's Bad Boy Entertainment, was also sued by a former assistant who alleges he used his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her several times between 2016 and 2017. The lawsuit claims that the men trafficked Doe across state lines from Detroit to New York City on a private jet, plied the teenager with drugs and alcohol until she couldn't consent, and then violently assaulted her as she told them to stop. The complaint also includes several photos that Doe alleges were taken at the studio on that night, including one where she is sitting on Combs's lap. The list is just unending. Crazy! In February, Combs's former producer and videographer, Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, filed a federal lawsuit against the mogul, alleging Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him. According to the lawsuit, Lil Rod Jones worked on Combs's most recent album, Love, and lived with him between September 2022 and November 2023. Jones alleges he was the victim of constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his butts by Mr. Combs. On one occasion, as the lawsuit claims, Jones woke up naked and disoriented in bed with Combs and two sex workers. He alleges that the music mogul had drugged him. The complaint also claims that, in his role as Combs's videographer, Jones secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff and his guests engaging in serious illegal activities. The illegal activities, the suit had alleged, includes acquiring drugs, soliciting sex workers, providing laced drinks to minors, and sexual assault. Horrific. In his suit, Jones says that he feared Combs was grooming him, and that fear became a reality when actor Cuba Gooding Jr. allegedly assaulted him during an outing on the music mogul's yacht. The actor had begun touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks and his shoulders, the complaint alleges. Mr. Jones was extremely uncomfortable and proceeded to lean away from Mr. Gooding Jr. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. An amended version of the lawsuit filed in late March names Gooding as a defendant. The lawsuit also says that Combs's circle enabled his behavior in order to have access to celebrities that he knew and socialized with. Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties, the suit reads. Affiliation with and/or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries. Jones's suit names several other defendants, including Combs's son Justin, Combs's chief of staff, Christina Coram, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Habtemariam. Combs's lawyer, Sean Holley, denied Jones's allegations. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies," she told People. In April, a separate lawsuit was filed against Combs's son Christian Combs, in which a woman alleged that the 26-year-old drugged her and sexually assaulted her on a yacht chartered by the music mogul in December 2022. The suit also names Combs as a defendant. In her complaint, Grace O'Marcaigh had accused the rapper of aiding and abetting his son, alleging that he is liable as the person who chartered the boat. O'Marcaigh, who worked on the yacht as a steward, also claimed she witnessed partying and drug use between celebrities and constant rotation of suspected sex workers. Then, in May, another suit was filed in federal court by Crystal McKinney, who alleges that Combs forced her to perform oral sex on him in 2003. The lawsuit was brought under New York City's Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Act, which gives survivors a 2-year look-back window to file civil claims against their alleged abusers after the statute of limitations has passed. The former model claims that she met Combs when she was 22 during a Men's Fashion Week event in New York. The lawsuit says the rapper invited McKinney back to his recording studio, where she was allegedly given alcohol and marijuana that she believes was laced. Later in the evening, Combs allegedly took McKinney to the bathroom where he pushed her head near his crotch. The lawsuit says that McKinney refused to perform oral sex on Combs, but he forced her to do so anyway. She claims she lost consciousness and regained it hours later during a cab ride, where she realized she had been sexually assaulted. Combs has yet to comment on the allegations. On May 24th, April Lampros became the 7th person to file a suit against Combs, accusing him of drugging and assaulting her over several years beginning in 1995, as reported by NBC. Hell. This is a Pandora's box of social plague opened on the mogul, Diddy Combs. Lampros claims she first met Combs in 1994, when she was a student at the Fashion Institute of Technology. She alleges that the next year she met up with him at a bar, and although she didn't typically drink, she says she gave in to pressure from Combs to do so because of his delusional and violent outbursts. After a few sips, Lampros felt uneasy and like the walls were closing in on her. Lampros says she was guided into a car that took her and Combs to a hotel, where he forcibly kissed and grabbed her. Despite her telling him to stop and saying that she felt unwell, Ms. Lampros was being raped by Mr. Combs, and she soon passed out, the lawsuit claims. Lampros says that after the incident, Combs wooed her back by sending lavish gifts and flowers. Per NBC, the lawsuit includes a photo of a handwritten Valentine's Day card signed from Puffy. Combs allegedly assaulted Lampros for a second time later in 1995, when she claims he forced her to perform oral sex in a parking garage near his Manhattan apartment. After the incident, she says he became angry and threatened to physically hurt her after she made the decision to distance herself from him. Mr. Combs would also threaten to blacklist her in the industry if she tried to mess with him in any way, according to the suit. Lampros claims that Combs assaulted her a third time in 1996, forcing her and his then-girlfriend Kim Porter to take ecstasy and have sex with one another. Lampros says that she vocally opposed this idea, but Combs reminded her that he could make her lose her job, the suit claims. Lampros claims that Combs watched the women while he masturbated before sexually assaulting her. Lampros says she severed ties with Combs in 1998, but ran into him at an event in the early aughts. Though she refused to leave with him, she says she later allowed him to come to her home, where he began to kiss and touch her against her will. She alleges that years later, in 2023, she learned that Combs had recorded a sexual encounter with her and had shown it to several people. Sadly, this isn't over. There's more in the way. In another series of old videos featuring Diddy and Justin Bieber, which recently surfaced on the internet, with the most recent one sparking rape and drugs allegations. X-handle Diana Wallace posted a video of a teenage Justin Bieber dancing with Diddy and The Game at what appears to be a listening party. In the video, Sean Combs is seen giving Bieber a bottle of alcohol. It is alleged that the baby crooner was under the age of 18 at the time. Many users in the comment section claimed that he was sexually harassed, preyed upon, and exploited repeatedly, with no one finding it improper. Referencing one of the viral videos, a user wrote, "Justin Bieber got sexually assaulted on live television by a 40-year-old woman while he was 18, and no one ever did anything about it. See the issue? I could never believe such things before, but as time goes on we are seeing more and more people come forward. It seems like Diddy did the same as Epstein, but only in the entertainment industry. This world is sick." Others chimed in. Videos of Diddy and Justin are unsettling to many. In the past few days, multiple old videos of Justin and Diddy have been slammed as uncomfortable, creepy, disturbing, and more by netizens. Another set of videos shows Diddy patting down Bieber's chest multiple times to check for a wire and hounding a young Justin, possibly around 16, about keeping his distance from him. This was at a time when Usher was mentoring Bieber closely. Bieber, on the other hand, had previously been in Diddy's legal custody, as Combs pointed out in another disturbing clip which resurfaced. These series of allegations have splashed on many other celebrities, while some are quick to distance themselves from Diddy. Some are, however, taking jabs at him. One of such is Diddy's rap rival, 50 Cent, who incidentally was the first to bring the attention of the world to the likely involvement of another rap star and business mogul, Jay-Z. In a continuous potshots at Diddy for the past few months owing to their professional rivalry, 50 Cent posted a video about Diddy's neighbor reportedly revealing that Combs brought a bus full of minors to his place late at night. After firing shots at him over the house raids, 50 Cent dragged Jay-Z's name into it as he posted a missing milk carton image with Jay-Z on it and captioned the post, "Anybody seen Jay? LOL. Puff said he ain't answering his phone. LOL." Jay-Z has been accused of being a part of an elite gay pedophile club by an ex-user named Matt Wallace, who posted a video on Rumble posing questions such as why 50 Cent is targeting Jay-Z amid the Diddy controversy, or what kind of a relationship did Sean Corey Carter aka Jay-Z have with Combs. The video by Wallace also talks about Carter's private island, which allegedly has an airport strip. The video hints that Beyoncé's husband might be involved in the trafficking. There are no substantial reports as of yet to support these claims. However, Justin Bieber once accused Carter of some vile things. In an earlier report by The People's Voice, Bieber revealed that Combs is not the only predator in the industry. Bieber allegedly told Bible study groups that the music industry is filled with pedophiles. A member of the congregation claimed that the sorry singer acknowledged it as an open secret that Jay-Z and his close associates allegedly murdered kids in satanic rituals. Another celebrity and music icon with inside knowledge of Diddy's circle is Usher. For the unversed, Usher lived with Sean Diddy Combs for some time after signing a deal with L.A. Reid's label. He reportedly called the experience Flavor Camp, where girls were always around. In 2004, Usher told Rolling Stone, "You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy." Again, in 2016, when Usher appeared on The Howard Stern Show, he spoke about his time in Diddy's place and said, "There were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it." He was there to see the lifestyle, and when the host asked him whether he would send his child to a puffy camp, he responded with a strict no. Another celebrity, or rather a group of celebrities who has been fingered in the scandal, is Kris Jenner. For those who may be unfamiliar with and wondering who Kris Jenner is, have you heard of the Kardashians? Dubbed herself the Momager, a word she coined from mom and manager, on her social media handles, while others have referred to her as the godmother of showbiz. And in recent time, Diddy's boss or Diddy's handler, Kristen Mary Jenner, is an American media personality, socialite, a producer, writer and businesswoman. She rose to fame starring in the reality television series Keeping Up with the Kardashians between 2007 and 2021 with her family. She's the mother of the 4 Kardashians and 2 Jenners from her previous marriages. Dmitry Ehrlich of Interview magazine called her the matriarch of the Kardashian-Jenner brood and the 21st century's preeminent female pop cultural brand builder. She's reputed to use every means possible for brand building, most especially launching her children. Kim Kardashian and Ray J's sex tape was released shortly before Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered in 2007, despite the fact that the tape was filmed in 2003. Due to the timing of its release, many fans have wondered if the tape was leaked with the intention of making the family relevant. Which is why it didn't come as a surprise when Kris Jenner and her daughter Kim Kardashian were linked to the Diddy scandal. Especially when videos of Kim in compromising situations surfaced. However, many were quick to point out that the reason for the Kardashian-Jenner leak may have been a warning by Diddy to the All Entertainment family. The insinuation was based on suspicion that the Kardashian and some people in Diddy's circle may have been aware of the planned raid, as Kim unfollowed Diddy just 24 hours before his houses were raided by the Department of Homeland Security.
Kim Kardashian is linked to the Diddy lawsuit. Yeah. Kim, 24 hours before the raid, unfollowed Diddy despite continuing to follow him even after the Cassie lawsuit was settled.
Kris Jenner has just been linked to Diddy's crimes as the FBI reportedly sends a warning to the Kardashian-Jenner clan. In the glitzy world of Hollywood, where fame and fortune reign supreme.
Also on his show, Jesse Waters suggested that the video Stevie J released of one of Diddy's parties that featured some celebrities, including Kim, Khloe and Kourtney Kardashian, was a warning shot to them not to rat on Diddy's alleged sex trafficking ring. Diddy allegedly has compromising secret tapes of celebrities, politicians, and even preachers. Here's how the Kardashians are tied. The Kardashians and Diddy are clients of Lou Taylor's TriStar. TriStar's Robin Greenhill is accused of paying sex workers on behalf of Diddy, according to court records. Taylor was the mastermind of Britney Spears' illegal and corrupt conservatorship that the pop star compared to sex trafficking. Spears was forced to work against her will, drugged, thrown into an abusive mental facility, had her wealth stolen, and was stripped of almost all of her basic human rights. Greenhill was also involved in the crimes committed against Spears. Spears was the victim of illegal surveillance by Eden Yemeni's black box security firm in the privacy of her own home, including her bedroom. The Kardashians work with Black Box. Kylie Jenner's cosmetic company was potentially used to launder Spears' money, as was laid out in the Slave Princess documentary. Kim still works with the fashion house Balenciaga that promoted pedophilia. She's also pals with Marina Abramovich, who conducts satanic spirit cooking rituals. Kim is also friends with Hillary Clinton. Hillary and Bill Clinton, who were besties with Jeffrey Epstein, and both have been to his island multiple times, trafficking children through the Clinton Foundation that Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell worked with. The Clinton Foundation was cited for crimes against children in the 2018 Inspector General's report. Diddy is linked to Rachel Chandler, who allegedly trafficked children for Epstein. Chandler also worked with Balenciaga like Kim. A commenter was quick to add, Kim is also very good friends with Ivanka Trump. And so, as they say, the plot thickens, which is why many are apprehensive about how Diddygate, no pun intended, might turn out. Not with the reports that Diddy has been a long-time informant for the feds. His association with the Democratic Party remains another major source of concern on the outcome of these scandals. From the Vote or Die campaign in 2004 to Hillary Clinton and Obama interviews, to Obama or Die campaign in 2008, and recently in 2020, Diddy went on a media tour for Biden. And as Jesse Waters says, Democrats capitalized on his charisma, star power, and street credibilities over the past 20 years. Diddy had so much political influence that he was dubbed the political enforcer, keeping other musicians and celebrities on leashes. In the words of Kanye, I was banished, I was exiled, I was cancelled. Multiple times. What we going to do with Ye? Diddy, give him a call. But don't get carried away. Diddy has tentacles in the Democratic Party as the Republican. A commenter succinctly put it that he's dinning with the Democrats during the day and the Republicans at night, through back channels. So, whichever way the pendulum swings, the political class seems to be in his corners, even without having to dig into his video backup for blackmail. Or you think he doesn't have backup? Wonder why the feds were particularly interested in his hard drives? Ha ha ha. Which returns us to the nagging question, how would these scandals end? The way of Jeffrey Epstein's. Remember that official report initially declared Epstein's death on August 10, 2019 a suicide until later, after public outcry and inquiries, when Attorney General William Barr changed the narration to a perfect storm of screw-ups. Despite this, and even till date, speculation and conspiracy theories about the possibility that Epstein was murdered still remain. Other theories claimed his death was feigned. But over and above, like Diddy himself said in a recent post, time tells truth. Do sit back, dear viewers, and pay attention to your notifications beeps as we got more unfolding revelations in the next segment. There's a whole lot of awry, eerie stuff going on which you're about to see. This is not the registered plan for the black community. This is not the black dream anticipated at this time of history. This has to stop. That brings us to the end of this video for now. Do gracious to support our works by liking, sharing and subscribing to stay tuned for more, and also help in building the channel's worth. We are here to diligently serve you in truth and love. Thank you for watching. Do look out for more.